Hi, I would like to speak to Mr. Lucas.
What is it for?
I want to know what is it with people being stabbed by lightsabers and surviving?
Sorry, he's not the owner of Star Wars anymore.
Who can help me then? I died in 1999. Hey everybody! How's everything going? Welcome to Custom Toys EC, a series of videos where I'm gonna talk about all the freaky stuff that all we freakies love. Today, I brought a very special item to my collection, and it's Hasbro Black Series 50th Lucasfilm Anniversary Qui Gon Jinn from Star Wars Episode 1. Now this, to me, is a holy grail for my collection. I wanted this figure ever since it came out, but I never got the chance to grab it. Let's open this box. He looks beautiful. Now, he only comes with his green lightsaber. It's really well sculpted. And taking him out of the box is great. I finally have this Jedi in my hands. He looks great, and it's really well sculpted. Although he has that outdated articulation, it's called the Dark Ages of Black Series, but overall is a really cool figure, no matter what. I am really happy. The first thing I'm doing is separating the body because this part is really loose. Same as the hip joints. So as you know, this is driving me crazy and I need to take out all the piece if I want to fix the hips because there is no room for me to put super glue inside that joint. And after that, I hope the lower torso and hips could be stiffer. The shoulders are down like crazy. And as always, I need to put pieces of plastic inside the armpit joint to make them go up a little bit and also give them more stability. The elbows are really loose. And this hand is like crazy inside that socket. This one's better. The head is really well sculpted, but I think his cheeks are a bit puffy. But looking at him from the side, he is identical to Liam Neeson. And I see now that the hair is too plain and I need to give it more color so it can look a bit more realistic, not so much as a chunk of plastic. I am also fixing the eyebrows and the beard, and I am sure that after all those fixings, the figure will look pretty good. Another thing I noticed is that the neck is too low, so I am separating the head and putting a small piece of plastic inside the socket so the head can go up. And I want to do that because the figure looks a little bit too short, and on the movie he was really tall. Well, if you know Liam Neeson, you know he's really tall. Now I carefully remove this part of the suit and the force that I used broke the piece a little bit, but there's nothing that super glue can't fix. Now this is the real problem. Do you see this? It sucks. And first of all, I put a drop of super glue in the middle of the two pieces and press them together. No wonder why the hips were so loose. It wasn't well assembled in the factory. Now that I put the super glue inside the hip joint, I need to remember to move the leg counting to 10 every time. I gave this piece of plastic an interesting shape so it can enter in the middle of the two parts. I press them with a screwdriver so it can go inside the right place. And once it's done, I put super glue and let it dry. That allows the legs to be more stable and playable. I always try to do the two processes with my figures, because if I only put the piece of plastic, with time, the hard plastic smooshes the soft plastic and it can become loose again. That also gave him a couple of millimeters to make the figure taller. And look, this is why the torso was so loose too. Both pieces are really separated, so I put super glue inside and separate the pieces a little bit with a screwdriver so the super glue can get in a bit more. Finally, I press them and remove the excess of super glue with a piece of cloth and my trusty toothbrush. And that's it, perfectly sealed. Now, to start with the painting process, I mix aging ink with my black acrylic paint. And with no fear, I apply this paint all over the boots. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I want to talk a little bit about this character. I think this Jedi has always been one of my favorite Jedi Knights of all time. I think he stole the hearts of the fans when The Phantom Menace was released, and seeing him back again on that really short scene on Obi-Wan Kenobi series made the entire series worth. I also paint the soles of the boots. And I'm really satisfied how they turned out. They look more realistic. Now I press the piece back on its place. And as you can see, I already fixed the tore parts. For taking out the pieces, it's really difficult with these figures. They had those chunky pieces of plastic as bodies. And for that, I put the figure inside boiling water and wait a couple of minutes and then separate the pieces. The hair piece is not glued properly, and I think I'll put a small piece of plastic inside the socket so the head can go up. That's because I noticed that the figure wasn't tall enough. Like I said before, Qui Gon Jinn is a really tall guy. I put the pieces inside the water again because they were really hard to take them apart. These old figures were actually meant for never being separated. And this is the only thing that will help me adjust loose articulations. There was a little stain. I'll take it out. And the belt was not well painted. There is too much bleeding of the brown color inside the more clear tone of the tunic. And now I start painting this part the right way. The colors are wrong, so I look at reference pictures of Qui Gon so I can see exactly what color the undershirt is. If you want any commission work, please contact us on Instagram as customtoys_EC. And now, with a darker tone of brown, I trace the shape of the belt better. I basically had to change all its colors. It looks more professional. I also add a dark wash on his pants because in the movie they were really dark. Same as the boots. I'm putting a second layer of dark wash. The boots were really dark, almost black. Now I retouch the metallic pieces. What do you think? I love his new build. Now for the hair, I also add a dark wash. I also complete the tones of the beard. And I finally add this light grayish tone similar to the one he had in the movie. Now look, it's not a solid piece of brown plastic anymore. Now here I have my ultimate collection of action figures from episode 1. First we can see SH Figuarts Darth Maul. I also have the one from Hasbro, but there's no comparison in how this one looks so similar to Ray Park, and also the proportion is really similar to what we saw in the movie, so size-wise, it fits perfect with the other figures. The same with SH Figuarts Obi-Wan Kenobi. From episode 1, this figure is perfect. The likeness has no equal, and the only thing that I did was retouching the hair because it originally was very metallic, so I added this light wash so it can look more realistic. And finally, the perfect 6-inch Qui Gon Jinn. You may be wondering why I never got the SH Figuarts Qui Gon as well. And the reason is that the proportion of that figure is not that accurate. He's slightly shorter and the likeness of the face is not that good. So he wouldn't have looked so great with these figures. And if we compare the sizes of Qui Gon and Maul for the battle, they look pretty good together. And now for the last comparison, I'm putting him alongside Obi-Wan Kenobi from his own series. And I gotta say that I found really interesting that they released the Qui Gon figure as a Force spirit. But honestly, I won't get it. I originally wanted to get it, but if I did, I would have had to paint it completely because I am not interested in having a Force spirit. So well, I hope you like this video and let's take a look at the final results. Please tell me what you think down in the comments below. Did you enjoy this video? And what do you think about the customizing process? What are your thoughts on this character? Do you like him? Would you get this figure? Or you might be interested in getting an updated version maybe? Let's see what happens in the future. Right now, this was my only chance of having this amazing character in plastic form, and I'm really happy for it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so YouTube notifies you when we upload more videos like this. And if you reached this point, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.